Watcher. I am your guide through these vast new realities. Follow me and ponder the question, what if?
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your What If Wednesday. I am Mike with Mike W. Productions, as you probably have figured out already. If you haven't been here, welcome, and if you have, welcome back. Yes, today is What If Wednesday, as if I didn't just say that. But today is a little weird, because what if? In this episode of What If, we find out what if the Avengers never happened. Well, what if someone went on a killing spree, basically? Yeah, pretty interesting. We start off with our typical timeline. Nick Fury and Natasha Romanoff, aka Black Widow, are trying to recruit a one Tony Stark drunk in a donut hole.
Why, I'm surprised you'd want to bet the future of the Avengers Initiative on that.
Stark may be eccentric, but he's got potential.
And that is an iconic scene from the movies. Most of today's episode is from scenes from the movie, except for they go terribly wrong. So, at this point in time, he just puts away his main bad guy in the second movie, who's supposed to come back and do a bunch of stuff in that episode. But at this point, we just get done with the Grand Prix scene. He's partying in a donut, and yeah, he's supposed to get the shot into the neck, but when that happens, he dies.
Hit him.
What'd you just do to me?
What did we just do for you? That's lithium dioxide. It's going to take the edge off.
It's not a cure. It just abates the symptoms.
Stark, you okay?
So that's an issue. They arrest Natasha because she's the one who gave him the poke. It's a little too relevant nowadays, I guess. So she gets arrested. Of course, Nick Fury understands that she's not the one who actually did it. Somebody set her up because he has smarticle particles and needs to figure out what the heck is going on. So he gives her the vial that was used to kill him. And so she obviously escapes, goes to the girlfriend of Bruce Banner in the throwback movies of the Hulk, and they try and figure out what's causing it. They do a microscopic analysis on it. No traces of poison, but the tip is exploded. Okay. So we're starting off with a mystery kind of detective thing going on here right at the beginning. We do find Bruce. Bruce is hiding because Colonel or Captain What's-His-Face is coming after him. He has a pizza uniform, and of course Natasha figures it out because it's Natasha Romanoff. She's been doing this for a while now. Finds him, they're going through, and then Captain Daddy over here.
Look alive, people. I want strike teams locked, loaded, and ready to move in on my mark.
Finds them just like in the original Hulk movie. Somebody shoots him, apparently. That's at least what we think it is. He goes me angry, me Hulk on people, and then for some reason suddenly blows up. Like literally his body expands and then goes pop.
Better off getting out of here.
You gonna do superhero landing? Wait for it.
Why do you always do that thing?
Do what?
The thing you do when you're fighting. And this thing that you do when you whip your hair when you're fighting with the arm and the hair and you do like a fighting pose. It's a fighting pose. You're a total poser.
I'm not a poser.
Yeah, that's not great. So that's 2 down. So apparently someone has it out for the Avengers. It's becoming more and more apparent that that is the case. We're trying to figure it out. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, or the desert, if you will, which might actually be ranch, I'm not sure. There is Thor's hammer, because Thor gets dropped to Earth. This is all happening all at the same time, which timeline-wise in the MCU, it's fairly accurate that that's actually going on, that this is all coinciding at the same time. So, Thor drops down, his hammer's there, he's gonna go and get his hammer back because I am Thor, that is my hammer, and I'm gonna go get it. Bartlett is like, hey guys, I'm up here hanging out with my bow, there's this dude beating you guys, do you want me to shoot him or not? Nick says, no, don't shoot him, he tries to grab his hammer, and then whoopsie, Bartlett apparently lets loose a arrow.
Whoa, Coulson wasn't lying about the hair. It's nice.
Fury, now or never.
And kills Thor. And I know what you're saying, well, Thor's a god, how is that possible? Well, go back and watch the first Thor movie and you will understand that he got stripped of his powers. He also got a little thingy on, little curse on his hammer, that he who is worthy shall be able to lift and absorb the powers of Thor. So, yeah, that kind of happened. So, he gets shot and killed because he is human at this point. Really strong and obnoxious human, but still human in all technicality. Which brings us to a more interesting ideology here. Because of this, Loki comes into play. Loki is there. He is messing around, and he gives them an ultimatum that they have like a day to go, either 12 hours or a day to go and get whoever it is that is doing this. Black Widow is searching in some kind of archives or something and is looking to figure out who it is, and suddenly some invisible force starts beating her up. She calls Nick and starts saying it's hope. It's all about hope.
Fury, it's hope! It's all about hope!
Which doesn't really help you out if you weren't the one watching the screen, and even if you were, it's still kind of a mystery if you weren't paying attention to the connections through the movies. So Nick is trying to figure it out. We have a low-key problem. He brought all of his little Asgardian friends, including Thor's best friends, and he's kind of miffed that Thor is dead, or at least well, he didn't get to kill him.
I am Loki, Crown Prince of Asgard, the rightful king of Jotunheim, and god of mischief. Are you gonna take that?
But that does bring Asgard together under the influence of Loki being their leader, because if you remember in the Thor movie, the Allfather is taking a nap. Okay, so, well, yeah, he's taking a nap. He didn't actually die, he's just in a coma. So, we have a Loki issue, we have Hope, and we have a mystery on our hands. Now, Nick Fury, being Nick Fury, has his little beeper that we saw in the last two of the main Avengers movies, and we do know what that does. He was about to use it to call Captain Marvel, but he decides something clicks in his head about Hope, and he decides not to push the little button. He then goes to the Asgardians and says, Loki, I know who did it, I need your help. So we figure out who did it. It is actually Hank Pym. Hank Pym is the creator of Ant-Man. He used to be an Ant-Man before he got too old to do it. He created the Ant-Man suit, the Wasp suit, and I think the Hornet suit as well, or at least gave the design to the one guy, so I'm not sure how that all worked out. But apparently in this universe, his daughter Hope Van Dyne was on a mission and got killed because of something that S.H.I.E.L.D. had her do. So he's quite a bit miffed about that. He goes and talks to Nick Fury. He looks a little disheveled, like he needs to get a little bit of eyebrow trimming and maybe some hair gel.
She died because of you.
Agent Hope Van Dyne was killed on a mission.
You know, the basics. Yeah, and then a little fight ensues, but he gets caught, and we find out that he was actually fighting Loki as Nick Fury. Which that ties in that. So we find out who's been killing off all of the Avengers. Most of the Avengers are now dead, including Black Widow, because they don't really show it, but it is heavily implied that she got killed in that archive room. And so all of the Avengers except for Captain America, who is still frozen, is dead. So yeah, there's no one to defend Earth. Loki doesn't need to go to Thanos to make a deal, because he's doesn't need an army anymore. But he decides, instead of leaving, I'm going to be the ruler of Earth now, and of Asgard, just like he always wanted, apparently. So he decides to take over Earth. He has a UN-style Wakanda press meeting and says, I am your leader now. Bow, basically like he did in the original movie, except for it's kind of just given to him because he's did us a favor. So apparently Nick Fury pushed the little button and we get Captain Marvel.
Welcome back, Captain.
So, where's the fight?
This Captain Marvel is pretty interesting. I like this cartoon Captain Marvel. The person who voices them is not Brie Larson, and this character actually has, for the 2 seconds that you see them, isn't stoic. Doesn't look like she's just a brick wall standing there not doing anything. She's actually has a little bit of a personality, and we only see her for about 3 seconds of the show. So apparently Captain America and Captain Marvel are going to go kick Loki's booty, because at that point when she shows up, Nick Fury is finding Captain America. So that is my review, guys. Is it a good show? Yeah, this one was pretty fun to watch. It's a fun ride. The storyline was pretty solid. We got to see a bunch of old scenes, which is kind of nostalgic. They didn't really play it up on that because they did change it a lot, but it was like, okay, I remember this scene and this scene and this scene, etc., etc. But they did it well. The characters were pretty good. Some of the old voices came back. Some of the new voices are there, which I don't mind because it doesn't pull you from the action of the thing. So with that being said, yes, this is a very good episode, and I will continue to watch What If. And so, yeah, very good episode. If you guys like this review, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give it a thumbs down. It helps the algorithm, or the algorithm. If you want to see more videos, there should be a pop-up over here. And if you guys don't mind hitting that little subscribe button, that would help me out, and you get to find out what's next. So with that being said, guys, thank you for showing up. Thank you to all of my subscribers, and we will see you next time. Peace.
Ugh, that was disgusting.